Hi, legends. Beautiful Friday afternoon here in South Africa. How is everyone doing? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Just want to pause this video. There we go. Just wanted to pause that over there. Today, okay, once again, as I always do, going to reveal a couple of trading secrets. The questions or the answers not many people or YouTube influencers provide to their communities. The truth about trading. How much money do you make? I asked the legends inside of our free Discord today to give me a couple of suggestions as to what I can cover during this live stream. I got some really interesting questions and I will go through those questions purely from a trading perspective. You know, what do you want to know from a trading perspective? How much money do you make per month? Do you have red months? How long does it take to become a successful day trader? Can I leave my 9 to 5? So in today's show, I mean, it's going to be jam-packed full of alpha. That's how I like to keep the live shows. Entertaining, educational, and hopefully, you know, after the live stream, you can walk away with a little bit of more knowledge. And perhaps I am going to share a couple of things today, the truth about trading that you don't want to hear, because unfortunately, there are a lot of influencers out in the market that create this perception that it's glamorous to be a day trader. It is Ferraris and Lambos and Rolex watches and big mansions that they stay at. Okay, and today we're just going to keep it real and I will be open and honest with you. So make sure that you ask any question that you would like to ask. I will go through the comments as well. I'll tackle some of the comments that we've got here. We'll do some Bitcoin analysis. What else? Okay, I also have 2 requests from an altcoin perspective that was asked, Umbrella and Link. We can go through that as well. So you guys do not want to miss today's live stream. Stay tuned, smash the like on your way in. Let's get the party on the road. Okay, let me share my screen over here. Ooh, nice little dump here from Bitcoin. I did not see that. Let's do this. Okay. Let me say hi to the beautiful community before we dive in. And it's still a higher low. It's still a higher low. We haven't lost the plot yet. Okay. We are still creating higher lows. Just keep that in mind. Yes, I know there's a trend that we lost, but the market structure is still bullish. We have claimed this high. We have made a higher high. We have a higher high here so far. So stay cautious with shorting. I want to see with the retracement, how the retracement, okay, berry CVD, weakness, 3-wave structure, and then I'll make a trading decision based on the structure here to the upside, because you could just get a V shape here to the upside, okay. Right, as I was saying, let me say hi to the beautiful community over here. I see. Hi, boss. Thanks for joining the stream. Not financial advice. I was wondering what your day job was before trading. Very good question. I will get to that. Good morning, 𝗬𝗿𝘆 and Legends. Frank, welcome to the live stream. Mr. MK Alexander, happy Friday. Scoot, 𝗬𝗿𝘆, let's go. Yes, Irina, welcome. Before trading, 𝗬𝗿𝘆 used to work at McDonald's like most of us. Yes, exactly. Flip patties and make some burgers and chips. Hello, 𝗬𝗿𝘆. How are you? Fast? I'm well. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your transparency. Yes, okay. And I do know what I'm about to share with everyone today might not be something that you want to hear, but I mean, it's the truth. Okay, it might not be something that you want to hear, but you will soon realize the longer that you stay in this game, and once you become a successful trader, or if you are already a successful day trader, you will say, yes, 𝗬𝗿𝘆, I agree with you. And once you get to that, and you're not successful yet, you're still struggling with the profits and the risk management, you will have an aha moment, perhaps later on, to say that, shit, what 𝗬𝗿𝘆 said was actually true. Okay, and I can only share with you what I've gone through as a trader. 𝗬𝗿𝘆, if you have a chance, please check DYDX. Yes, we can do that. I think 𝗬𝗍𝘂𝗿 is pumping at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I don't even have to look at the 𝗬𝗍𝘂 to tell you the 𝗬𝗍𝘂 is pumping, right? Good afternoon, Baba. I entered a short. Congratulations. Okay, please pay yourself on the way down, because you just never know. Just for interest's sake, I want to see where we are bouncing. Okay, at the 786, that's where we're currently getting supported. Okay, so I mean, just a game of probabilities. Okay, this is still a bullish bounce because we bounced on the 0.786. So if price starts recovering over here, okay, there is a slight probability that you can still go and claim the high. But if price, okay, makes the, regardless of how it reacts over here, but if price hits the 0.88, you increase the probabilities of coming to take the low. So for now, we've only tapped the 0.786, which means that we can still get a recovery here to the upside. And I think one thing that is a bit clue-ish, okay, a clue, I don't want to say disturbing because it's not really disturbing, okay, is that when I look at CVD, between those two pivots that I've just highlighted, okay, let's see, higher high on price action. I mean, look at this. Massive bullish CVD. Not on white just as yet. Not on white just as yet. So we only have a single confirmation. But I mean, purely just looking at CVD, nothing else. Okay. When you have bullish CVD like this, the target is usually the highs. Okay. So you need to pay yourself as a trader if you are inside a short. Okay. Always remember to take profits. You always hear me talking about and preaching about take profits, take profits, take profits. Don't be greedy. Okay, plan your trade, know where to take profits. Yes, there is the possibility to make a three-wave structure here and continue the momentum here to the downside. Definitely a possibility. But I mean, for bearish CVD to build up over here, some magic is going to have to happen. I mean, look at where this pivot is. So for bearish CVD, it needs to do something like this before you will see bearish CVD. Okay, so please stay cautious out there. Just want to check something here. Okay, my trade is still just checking up on my trade over here. My trade is still doing well. Okay, right, legends. I can go and analyze and analysis paralysis, and I'm sure a lot of you have just jumped off of Andy's stream as well. So more or less, you know the scenarios that we are looking at. So I'm just going to briefly analyze the price of Bitcoin here quickly, and then we can go and dive into some of the questions that you guys have. And I won't forget about the question, what did I used to do before I started day trading? I will go through that as well. Let me write it down. I've got my notes here. Before day trading. Sorry, legends. I just want to make sure that I've got all the questions here. I have my notepad with all the questions that I've written down that people want answers to. So let's get into it. Right. Woo, this could be a V-shaped recovery. We don't know, right? Based on that bullish CVD, let's see how it reacts. Okay, legends. I mean, if you wanted to short the trend, by all means, okay, it is definitely a trading strategy. You lose the trend, you short, you put your stop above the highs, okay, you're aiming for at least these pivots to start taking profits, okay, these pivots to take profits. Okay, also when you take a fib from the high to the low, almost tapped the 0.618, almost tapped. Not quite just as yet, unless you take that pivot. Okay, we actually tapped the 0.618 to perfection. Okay. Anyways, right, legends. For me, from a shorting perspective, okay, I want to see clear confluence levels. So when I look at this entire structure here to the downside, okay, from this pivot to the low that we've made over here, you take your Fibonacci. I can make this a bit thicker so everyone can see. And right, for me to consider a short, I want to see a level hit. I want a Fibonacci level. Clear Fibonacci level must be hit. There's a pivot high in confluence. Love it. Okay, 50% has beautiful confluence with these pivot lows. When I start switching on some point of controls, do we have daily levels there? No. Do we have weekly levels there? No. Do we have monthly levels there? No. There's absolutely nothing in this range except for a point of control, okay, a pivot high, and a 50% fib level, which has confluence with all of these lows. You can see that is beautiful resistance. Okay, so I don't need levels of confluence to tell me that this is resistance by the 50% fib level. So for me to enter a short, yes, I mean, that's a nice little scalp to the downside. Definitely a probability. It's basically using the one-line trend strategy, play the breakout here to the downside, and then, you know, just be aggressive with profit takings. Okay. But sometimes I do miss some trades because I'm waiting for my areas of confidence to be hit, and I like to trade from my areas of confidence and not to my areas of confidence. So I would consider an SFP from the high. Okay, I would consider an SFP from the naked point of control and the 50% fib level. So depending on how price reacts in this zone, okay, I will definitely be interested in a short to the downside, where this could potentially be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to come take the lows. It's as simple as that. Just keeping it simple over here. Okay. Hope that makes sense. And usually, okay, if this is a 1, 2, 3, this is 3 because this is a B flat and a C wave here to the upside. And I mean, this C wave, okay, a lot of people think that the C wave can just do this and fall down. No, the C wave can form a contracting diagonal which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is perhaps an ABC here to the downside, which is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it can get very punchy. C waves can get very punchy, and it could have formed a leading diagonal over here where you make a lower high. Okay, and I told everyone yesterday that depending on how price falls here to the downside, I am not, okay, the first thing I said is, remember this high yesterday during my live stream, I am not going to play the breakout. And I mean, that was a really, really messy breakout. If you've ever seen a messy breakout, this was a messy breakout. Chopping in and out, chopping in and out. But I do see that some of the legends inside of our Discord community managed to catch the long over here. Okay. And I said, I am going to consider a long depending on how we break out. I want to see us claim the high, which we have done. We now have, okay, we have to acknowledge that we have market structure change at the moment. And even if this is an ABC, and we're going to fall down, okay? We have proof of support. We have a higher high, we have a low, and now we need to form a higher low. And boy, oh boy, if we do not fall further from here and we form a higher low here, guess what? Higher high, higher low, higher high. It's as simple as that, okay? You're starting to change market structure, and you can definitely come up to this zone where I will be observing price reaction when we get there. Okay. Hope that makes sense. I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible here at the moment, right? Also, I did say yesterday as well, is I'm looking for bullish CVD as we fall down here, and I want to see a higher low. And now, when I look at CVD, well, okay, I've just pointed it out, right? We have a chance to recover here to the upside. Not because I feel like it, I'm just saying based on technicals and the data that I'm seeing here in front of me, we have a shot at the highs once again. Okay. Unless something magical happens over here and CVD does that. Okay. Where you have higher high on CVD, lower low on price action, then I'm going to say, okay, this is corrective and we're going to start tumbling down here. But for now, based on bullish CVD, okay, a higher high on price action, the bulls still have a chance for higher momentum here to the upside, because this could be, okay, I was actually thinking about the scenario just before I went live, trying to count the structure here to the upside. I mean, it's really, really messy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. I mean, yeah, the B wave went way too far unless it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C that we now finished here to the downside, okay? And this is now the higher low for continuation here to the upside. We just never know, okay? I know a lot of people are bearish because we've lost the trend, and definitely a possibility the market is here to surprise us, okay? You come back for a retest and you just fall down. Definitely a possibility. It would be strange to reject exactly where we rejected over there. It's a bit of a weird place to reject. I'll be honest with you guys. Why not, you know, come and tap an area of confidence, grab the liquidity above the high, come here to the resistance zone. It's a bit of a weird place for price to turn around. Even when I try to measure out the waves as well, it's a very weird place where price is here at the moment, just to fall down. But I mean, yes, the market is here to surprise us. So I try to measure it with this wave. Yeah, one could argue, okay, 1.618, bit overextended, right? That makes a little bit of sense, but I mean, this structure is so dirty, and all over the show, I tried to measure it using this wave. You know, this is just where you bring technical analysis into it and you try and make sense of this structure. 1.236, yes, that is a corrective structure. So there it gives me slight probability. Yes, okay, we did tap a corrective structure target, and we've lost the trend. But why? Why, oh why, do we have massive bullish CVD building up against these two pivots? Okay, I would have liked to see the downwards momentum being supported by bearish CVD. Bearish CVD basically means a lot of longs entering the market, retail dumb money entering the market. They want to go. But now we're getting retail, okay, shorting the market at the moment aggressively. And guess what the market makers is going to do? It's going to wipe them out. Okay, well, that's what the data is showing me here at the moment. Right. Cool. That is basically what I see here on the price of Bitcoin. The last scenario I just quickly wanted to touch on over here is that, okay, if I go here onto the 1 hour time frame, okay, let's switch off some levels, clean up the chart. I can take the trend line out the way. The wedgie structure has now played out. We broke out to the upside, and the one thing, it just got rejected at 61,900. Retail is not here, man. Well, retail is also referred to as dumb money, Mr. 𝗬𝗄𝗿𝗍. Basically, people FOMOing into trades, or people still learning to trade. Yeah, that's basically retail. That's what we refer to as retail. Yes, I do agree with you. The herd of the retail is not back yet, okay? The majority of the retail is not back, but there's always people trading, FOMOing into trades. And what the CVD basically shows you is what smart money is doing and what dumb money is doing. And they can only be dumb money if there's retail in the market. There might not be a lot of them, but they are there. Okay, because that's what the data is showing us. Right, these last few live shows have been super alpha and super thank you so much, 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗍. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Yes, I like to keep it educational, heavy, and I'm about to share a lot of trading secrets today. And if you guys do have any other questions, let me know. Anything you'd like to know from a trading perspective, even something, you know, if you want to know something about myself, happy to share as well. And the last scenario I just quickly want to touch on over here is 𝗬𝗄𝗍𝗍. Okay, I think you need to just take 5 minutes, go to the bathroom. You don't want to see this. Right. Okay, I want to share with everyone this scenario quickly because it's not invalidated. I just quickly want to do a quick update on this scenario. An expanding diagonal, okay? Still valid, not being invalidated. The one thing I just want to highlight, okay, and I will touch on the concerns about that structure there at the moment, is that, okay, inside of a contracting leading diagonal, which basically says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC, corrective structure, higher low, you do not take this low, and then bull market starts to the upside. That's basically what the structure means, okay? If there's two rules about, or there's two types of contracting leading diagonals. If the structure starts with 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the waves has to be 5 waves. That's the rule of the structure. If the structure starts with 3 waves, all the waves has to be 3 waves. Okay. If this wave is 5 structures and this one is 3, it's not a contracting leading diagonal anymore. Okay, so that's the one rule you just have to keep in mind. And for now, I can see a clear 3-wave structure. I can see a WXY 3-wave structure. Okay, ABC, WXY, whatever you want to call this, 3-wave structure. And now what you want to see is another 3-wave structure to the downside to complete wave 4. So this is the update I want to give. There is a slim chance, okay, that the 4th wave could be in. Okay, 𝗬𝗄𝗍𝗍𝗍, I hope you took a tea break because you don't want to see this. right? There is a slim chance that the low is in for now, and we just have to play that what if scenario. What if this was the three-wave structure, 1, 2, 3, mini three-wave structure, the 4 is in, everyone's still expecting a larger three-wave structure, okay, where we're still going to come take the lows over here, perhaps bounce here, SFP from these lows over here. But what if, okay, number 4 is in, and now you take your trend and you do this, okay, still a contracting diagonal, but now what you would like to see is if 4 is in, okay, you want to now see us take the high. We have to take the high. Okay, so all I'm trying to highlight here is that there is a slim probability, it doesn't carry a high probability, that if 4 is in for now, okay, I don't want us to be caught off guard, right? That there's a chance that you can go make a three-wave structure and claim number 3, which then means that this is the 5th wave. And then once you've claimed this high, boy oh boy, if you start correcting back down here, below this low over here, okay, you could be busy with this bigger C wave. A 1, 2, 3 to the downside, making people extremely bearish, where cutest girl is going to dance and tell me, I told you so, okay? Only for price to stop before it takes the low, okay? And then I'm going to tell cutest girl, I told you, okay? I told you so. Right. Sorry guys, I know I'm hammering on Mr. Cutest Girls over here, but he likes to give me grief, okay? So I like to give him grief back. We're just having some fun banter. Cool, so legends, I just quickly wanted to give an update just to say that there's a possibility, a slim possibility, that number 4 could be in for now, and we could definitely go and claim the high, okay? Where is if I redo all of this mess, just to put everything back to where it was. Okay, it's just about how fast I can click this button. Right, there we go. Okay, the higher probable scenario, which carries slightly higher probabilities, is that we are still going to make a lower high, okay, and come back down and claim the low. Then 4 will be in. Okay, so I'm keeping an eye on both structures, but I just want you guys to know that if price does this, right, and we were all waiting for this, don't be surprised. Okay. Right, so for now, it still carries high probabilities. And Mr. Cutest Girl, now you really want to step away, okay? I know you're looking at XRP over there. XRP is good, man. Yes, I mean, I've got a spot bag of XRP, definitely. So we do agree on something at least. Okay. I do see some people are looking at the structure. Some of the eliticians are looking at the structure. Okay, let me just put this off as a 112. I don't know if it carries high probability, but you basically have a 1, 2, 1, 2, and boy oh boy, if you have a 1, 2, 1, 2 of this magnitude, okay, the impulse here to the upside is going to be absolutely insane. So I just want to highlight it to everyone that some people are looking at this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, okay, you still make a lower high over here, you come back down for the final higher low, okay, and then it just goes and it doesn't stop until you get to $100,000, $130,000. I'll be able to calculate the target once the low is in. Okay, just for interest's sake, want to see if I do it on the first wave. I mean, $80,000. At least $80,000 just with the first wave, but now you have to take the second wave into account as well. It can get quite punchy, and it does like to extend the 1.618. It even likes to go to the 2.618, $95,000, right? But the scenario doesn't carry high probability, and the reason the scenario doesn't carry high probability is because a 112 combo has to have 5-wave structures. That has to be 5 waves, and that has to be 5 waves. I can force count 5 waves in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one I can force count 5 waves, but I'm really struggling to count 5 waves inside of this structure. It's really difficult, okay? But I mean, the market is here to surprise us. Let's not be surprised if that does happen. Okay, so going back here onto the 1 hour time frame, are we getting supported? Are we getting some bullish berry CVD? No berry CVD, nothing. Okay, still continuing here to the upside. How's my trade doing? Trade is doing amazing. Okay, cool. Right. So the reason the probability are still higher for us to take this low, remember the scenarios that I've just shared with everyone, okay, where we can just go and take the highs, right? Maybe the fourth wave is in, okay? The reason, and I mean the market is here to surprise us, it's just a game of probabilities, is that these three peaks are very confusing, okay? Because if you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that makes complete sense. Okay, but for the structure to end over here doesn't really make any sense, because how do you count it? Okay, I'm really struggling to count it, because if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, then you have an ABC flat. So this is then the end of 3, because you have 1, 2, 3, and maybe that is 5. For this structure. Now 1, 2, 3. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so because of this little peaky over here, this little bugger, what happened over here, okay, increases the probabilities of still coming to take the low. Okay, it's the easiest way to explain it, because we have 3 peaks, okay, and we made this third one over here. It confuses the Elliott wave theory, unless, you know, I can find a different count and maybe just put some effort in and see if I can count it differently. But for now, the probabilities, regardless of the momentum here to the upside, is still higher to take the low before we take the high. That is the probability at the moment. Okay, and this is why I'm looking for shorts over here. Right, until proven otherwise. And as I've just said, I'm monitoring my trade. I am in a long trade. Okay. It's not to say that I'm just waiting for the short. I'm in a long trade, and I will keep the position open depending on the price action that I see. If I keep on seeing bullish CVD, just continuously forming bullish CVD, guess what? I'm going to leave the position open for higher levels. So although I'm telling you that the probabilities are higher to claim the low first before we claim the high, okay, based on new data and new price action that I see, I can switch instantly. I can switch from a bull to a bear, from a bear to a bull, depending on the price action that I see. Okay, technical analysis is not always spot on, and when you get new data, okay, you can change and you can adapt as a trader. Okay, so that's enough of Bitcoin. Do you guys agree? That's enough of Bitcoin for now. Let's go through some of the juicy stuff that everyone came to join the stream. Let's go through some of the comments. 𝗬𝗿𝘆𝗽, how's your spot bag? Good. Well, not as good as I'd like it. I've just been buying the dips. Okay, so still a little bit underwater with my spot bags, but you know, you have to risk it to get the biscuit. No, because when Bitcoin drops, ETH drops. Okay, cool. Legends, let's go through one of the questions. I'll start with the technical analysis questions first, and then we'll dive into the softer questions. How's that? Okay, someone wanted to know, 𝗬𝗿𝘆𝗽, what is your Elliott wave scenario from a bullish perspective on Link? Okay, let's go into Link. I did buy a spot bag of Link. I never had Link in my portfolio, and Andy recommended that I need to get some Link in my portfolio. Okay, so now I have Link in my portfolio, and I will share with you guys exactly where I bought Link. Okay, it was on Blood Monday, and I did share it in some of my live streams. I bought Link here. Not exactly at the low, but I caught it low enough. That's where I bought Link. Okay. Right. So. Okay, I'll just leave that trend there for now, because I am here on the log scale. I am here on the 3-day chart. Okay, and I'm on the logarithmic scale because when I look at the bigger picture, it's always better for me to analyze a logarithmic scale because it caters for large price movements. So And this is basically what I see from an, okay, maybe before I spill the beans, we all can see that this has been an incredibly solid consolidation area, okay? Just consolidating, or an accumulation zone, accumulation, and there is so much volume built up in this zone that it is, if price of Link is going to fall to the downside, it's going to be very difficult for Link to break through this price action, because there's a massive wall. It's a brick wall, and you can see it literally tapped the top. Okay, that's where I bought. It tapped the top and it got a bounce to the upside. But there's also that point of control there in the middle that I will talk about. So from an Elliott wave perspective, okay, where can Link go to? If we are going to continue, okay, now we have to, have some conviction to say that, okay, I believe that the bull run will still come, and we are not going to fall down to $10,000 for Bitcoin, right? This is what the Elliott wave scenario looks like. Okay, so if you are a Link holder, and I am pretty bullish on Link, and I will also show you where I will still be bullish on Link even if the price falls. So I need to zoom out for this scenario. Okay, so since January 2019, this is where I started analyzing Link. Okay, since January 2019, I see this as an impulse to the upside, which is a first wave. Inside the first wave, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Okay, each wave has to have 5 waves. I can count 5 waves inside the first wave. Then we have a correction, the bear market. This was the bear market to the downside, which formed number 2. Okay, but you still have a higher high, so now you have 1, 2, and guess what? We are potentially now in the third wave of Link, which is considered in Elliott wave theory the most aggressive, the most bullish wave. And right, you guessed it, that I just want to make sure that this FIP is on the right settings. Yes, okay. I want to drag it down a little bit. No, not really. I'm going to leave it there. Okay, so if Link has made the first, second wave over here, and Link is now busy with the third wave, okay, this can get really punchy, because now I see this as the 1, 2 inside the third wave, where you now still expect a 3, 4, 5 that could, okay, I know this sounds crazy, that could take Link around about $300. Let's just call it a round number. Link could, during this bull cycle, go to $300. And then you're going to have a bear market again, massive bear market here to the downside, okay, to complete your fourth wave, which is still a higher low. Okay, so if you're investing and you want to keep it for the next 10 years, just remember that price moves in waves. You're going to get a nice explosion to the upside. You're going to fall down. That's going to scare the crap out of everyone. This is usually where everyone sells. Okay, they get out of the market because they've lost too much money, but you are still in an uptrend. Okay, the trend is your friend till the end. And then you go and complete that fifth wave inside of the third wave. And then everyone sells again and no one wants to be in crypto anymore. You complete the fourth wave, and then that final push here to the upside that can take Link to around about $1,000. So this is actually a conservative target that I have for Link, but I mean, this can take up until 2030 to play out. So this is an extreme long-term view on Link. Okay, this is not we're going to hit 5 during the next bull cycle. This could be another, the upcoming bull cycle, a bear cycle, and then maybe the next bull cycle. This is where Link will end up at. So still from an investment perspective, I think worth having Link in your portfolio. No financial advice. That is my plan. Okay, so what I do like about Link is that it's now potentially in a third wave, which is considered a very aggressive, nice wave to trade. It is considered the third waves inside of any structure are the easiest waves to trade. That's what everyone always, from a trading perspective or a trader's perspective, that's what you dream about. You want to be in a third wave because the third waves, they give you those beautiful bull flags that just keeps on breaking out. Okay, you just play breakout after breakout after breakout, and you almost never get stopped out. Third waves are very beautiful to trade. inside of Elliott wave theory. Okay, so now let's just zoom into the structure over here and give you my bearish case scenario here, which means that the bullish case could still be intact, but the most bearish case scenario that I see over here is when I take a fib, normal fib retracement from the low to the high that we've made. Okay, you can see that we have bounced beautifully with this impulse to the upside, and the retracement we have bounced at the 0.78, the 0.618. Okay, I've actually moved my invalidation, but my invalidation is actually a little bit lower. I've just moved it, but my invalidation is actually over there. Right, so if for whatever reason Bitcoin decides to take a dump here to the downside, okay, Bitcoin dominance shoots up, I will still be buying Link at the 786 level. This is the lowest level that I expect Link to drop to, because what's magical about the 0.786 level is that there's a beautiful point of control of this entire range, okay, that will provide support. I just want to make sure that I have this FIP on the right settings, because usually when I jump between lock and regular, it stuffs up with the settings. Okay, so you have a point of control here just above the 786 level, and the 786 is also when you have a 1, 2, the 786 is usually considered the maximum target for number 2, but you can bounce anywhere between the 50% and the 786. Okay, we've already bounced on the 618, basically on top of all these highs over here. So there's a good possibility that the low for Link is in. It's in already, you've missed it. Okay, and you can still start accumulating from where we are right now, if that is your trading plan. But if Link still finds downwards momentum, point of control 786, okay, massive consolidation area. If this is a brick wall, Link is really going to struggle to break through there, then off to the races you go, if it's not from where we are right now. Okay, so that is basically my Elliott wave analysis on Link. And yes, I have only gone through the bullish case scenario because that's what I was asked for. And let me know what you guys think. Okay. Right, that's basically the analysis on Link. We like C waves. Some hold months just to watch it play out. Yes, third waves and C waves are magical. Okay, to trade. Devil, you were right. BTC and SPX pumping. Is it? Ooh, doo-doo. Who knew? Who knew? Okay, that data can be so accurate. You know, I can just, legends, I can never say, okay, I told you so. I can't. Even if I'm right, I can't tell you. Because what I'm telling you, I derive from data. Okay, it's not my opinion. It's not because I was right and you were wrong. It's not about that. I just showed you the data. We have bullish CVD. We have a higher low. There's a chance that we can go claim the high again. It's as simple as that. Okay. Massive bullish CVD, of which the target is the high. And I said we could potentially make a V-shaped recovery. Be careful with shorts. Okay. I don't see any bearish CVD. So purely based on data, the probabilities, it's just a game of probabilities, are higher to claim the high before we claim the lows over here. Okay, now it looks like a V-shaped recovery here to the upside. I can just imagine how many people jumped into shorts over here, because the data shows me how many people jumps into shorts. Okay, when CVD like this, a little bit, I am busy with the CVD tutorial. Okay, when CVD does this to the downside, oops, let me grab the pen. When CVD does this, okay, and it makes a lower low, it shows you that retail is pushing the market down. They are shorting. Aggressive shorts are being entered. And then what market makers, and this then shows you market makers, big money, whales, people that trades with hundreds of millions and billions of dollars, are absorbing the shorts into their market orders, limit orders. Anyways, they are absorbing the shorts, which means that they are going to flush retail out. That's basically how CVD works, and this is why I trade CVD, because it's a real-time indicator. It's not lagging. It real-time shows me what is going on in the market. who's longing, who's shorting, okay? And I want to trade with the market makers. I don't want to trade against them. Okay, cool. So let's see how this plays out. I'm glad I entered that long. Insane. And that long is playing out very well. I'm very happy about my long. Okay, legends. Next question I got was for umbrella. Okay, I have tried, and I'm going to keep the analysis very short here on umbrella. So please don't jump off the stream. There's some good alpha coming after this analysis, which is going to be very short. Then I'm going to go into the softer questions in terms of all the interesting things about being a day trader, how much money, and so forth. So I have tried to analyze, really tried to analyze the Elliott waves for umbrella. And I know Andy often speaks about umbrella, and he has a big bag of umbrella. I do not have a bag of umbrella. Okay, I just want to put it out there. I do not have a bag of umbrella, but I am planning to add some to my spot bags. Okay, because of this. I am planning to add some umbrella to my spot bags purely because of this. Can you guys see? That's the floor. Okay, it looks like a concrete floor that it cannot break through. Okay, selling pressure is so exhausted every time price hits into this box. Okay, that for me it just makes logical sense. Okay, without even knowing technical analysis, every time we come down into this box, price stuffs around for many months, and then bam, it gets a pump here to the upside that is absolutely face melting. Okay, I mean 4x here to the almost 5x here to the upside. Almost from this low to the high, that was a 8x to the upside, and it happens quickly. Okay, like very volatile. So I cannot apply Elliott wave theory to this because the price is coming so harshly from the top and there's no other price action lower. Okay, so I've tried to apply Elliott wave theory. It's just virtually impossible for me. The only thing that I can tell you from a simplicity perspective, okay, just keeping it logical over here, is that we had a wave that finished over here, and we had another wave that took the high. So potentially, okay, the market doesn't repeat, but it definitely rhymes. You want now to see a long consolidation. I see that there was a long consolidation, so you could now get a long consolidation, and guess what? Maybe you're going to get this again. Okay, and I want to be in for this ride. I want to be in for this ride. That's all. Then I'm out. So my target is the high, and potentially even these highs. That's it. That's my target for umbrella. And I know it can go much higher, because when you zoom in here onto the weekly time frame, okay, definitely a possibility, because everyone, they are looking at this structure. Whew, and you really have to zoom out here. Okay, do not be that person that is looking at the structure from the lows to the highs thinking, okay, the next bull market is going to give me 155,000%. I'm going to put, sell my house, sell my wife, my car, everything, and I'm just going to go all in an umbrella. Okay, never guaranteed to take the high. I think at most, in the most bullish case scenario, I would aim for this high over here. Okay, you need to pay yourself, because I mean those waves that I just identified there at the bottom, you can't even see them, right? And me being a conservative trader, okay, these are the little targets that I'm looking at. I'm being conservative. I'm going to take profits over there. Yes, there's a possibility to come up over here, but it's not guaranteed. Okay, what if price does this again, makes a nice big wave over here, and it falls down, and you're like, oh crap, I was waiting for this level. I was 10x, 20x. I didn't take profits, and now we're back down here at the cement floor. Okay, so unfortunately, I do not know how high umbrella's going to go, because the price action is not allowing me to calculate the waves properly, and it just doesn't make any sense. So umbrella for me is one of those low risk, high risk, okay, low capital coins that I will gamble. For me, this is a gamble coin. You place your bets over here, and you take profits, and you go home. It's as simple as that. Unfortunately, it can't be calculated. So that is basically my analysis here on umbrella. So, are you suggesting too long for umbrella? Yes. So, let me share my trading plan that I'm planning here for umbrella. Okay, because I don't have a spot bag yet. And I mean, when I say spot bag, I'm planning to buy a little bit because this is a gambling ticket. Okay, it's a high risk coin. I think I need to go into the 8 hour for this one. Okay, so we are correcting at the moment to the downside. You can see umbrella is falling to the downside. Okay, I am planning to buy some umbrella over here. That is where I'm planning to buy umbrella at 7228. I'm not going to put all the zeros in front of it. Or if umbrella, okay, you see that pivot over there? If umbrella finds support before it goes to my level and it makes a higher high compared to that high, okay, I will add some, because then we're starting to change local market structure. So depending on what I see, I will add some umbrella to my spot bags. But for me, right now, it's not in my buy. It's not in my buy zone. It's as simple as that. You see, it doesn't have beautiful trends. It's just such a mess. I want to see what it looks like on the log scale. Okay, this is also something that's very interesting that I saw when I was analyzing it. Let's go onto the 3-day chart. Very interesting when you look at umbrella from a different perspective. So let me just change the lenses over here. Okay, looking at umbrella on the logarithmic scale, I can see, okay, that it has just, since initiation, it has just gone down. There's the trend. And then for the first time on the 27th of September 2023, it broke out of this trend for the first time. But still, it attempted to make a higher high compared to this high. It attempted to break these highs. It failed miserably. But what is good at the moment is that you can see umbrella is inside a bullish wedge, which it has now broken out from. Okay, so there's a glimmer of hope here for umbrella. Andy, if you're watching the live stream, okay, there's a glimmer of hope, right? Is because we have finally broken out 2 years ago or a year ago. We are inside a bullish pennant and umbrella is now sticking its neck out of the bullish pennant. So what I'm basically telling you guys is I want to buy the retracement over here where you want to see a higher low for continuation to the upside. So for me, this is, if you're accumulating, you know, small positions, dollar cost averaging, this is a good zone to dollar cost average because the bullish signs are there. Purely just from a technical perspective. Okay, just be warned, this is high risk, okay, low cap. Do not risk an arm and a leg, your umbrella. I mean, I'm planning to buy like $200, $300, maybe $500. I'll see how it goes. I'm planning to buy a very small spot bag over here. I'm not going crazy with $10,000, $20,000, right? You know, I'll reserve the $20,000 and the $30,000 for Link and ETH and, you know, bigger layer ones like that. Okay. Right. I know you guys are asking for more analysis, but now I want to tackle the questions, okay? Or the questions that you guys asked me. So the first question was, let me go back here onto the price of Bitcoin, see what's happening over here. Do we have bearish CVD? No bearish CVD just as yet. Okay, let's see how this plays out. And by the way, we're back in trend. I mean, look at that. You're back in trend, baby. Back in trend. Okay. 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, what did you do before you started day trading? So, just a very quick summary. I basically worked for a financial institution here in South Africa, the corporate industry, 9 to 5, working for a boss for about 17 years. And then I resigned. I started my own marine business where I basically sold marine fish tanks to wealthy clients, you know, that wants fancy marine and Nemos and Dories inside of their houses. I started a business doing that because it was a hobby of mine. So I basically turned my hobby into a business. I sold that. And then I went back to the bank and I then started another business, ironically a KYC business. Okay, the thing that all crypto people run away from. I started a KYC business, also resigned from that business, and now I do trading. So that's basically what I used to do. I had a couple of businesses, corporate industry for 17 years, and now I'm a trader. Okay, the one thing I think the biggest decision for me to become a trader is that I realized during my previous business, even when you are the CEO, okay, you have the highest position in a company, you still have a boss. The customers are your boss, your shareholders are your boss, your board members are your boss. And when you're a shareholder, you still, you worry about your investment. And when you're a board member, you still work for the shareholders. So I've realized that for me to finally get to my top, if I can call it that, right, was to work for myself. And that's why I became a trader. And this is why I love trading. It's because I feel for the first time in my life, I truly work for myself. Okay, I don't report to anyone. I don't have customers nagging me. I don't have a boss. I work for myself. I'm disciplined. You need to be disciplined, right? Because if you're a type of person that needs your boss to tell you what to do all the time, you're going to struggle with trading. Right, next question. I hope you guys are enjoying the alpha over here. Okay. How to learn trading while working. Okay. All I can say is that when you have a 9 to 5 and you want to learn how to trade, you're going to have to put in the extra time. That's what I used to do. Before I resigned from my other job, I traded for like 2 years, learning the ropes of trading, watching any piece of information that I could find from a trading perspective. I did that after hours, while still doing my 9 to 5. So it's about putting in the extra time after hours at night while your family's sleeping, whatever the case might be, working on weekends, staring at the charts, Elliott wave theory, exercising your trading strategies. So it literally is just about putting in that extra time until you find that winning strategy that could potentially free you from your 9 to 5. Okay, so it really is the truth about trading that a lot of traders are not telling you is that it is hard work to get through the phase where you start being profitable as a trader. You have to put in the work. You have to have discipline. You have to have rules. You have to have a winning strategy. And I mean, winning strategy, what does it mean? A winning strategy means that applying a simple strategy like the one-line trend strategy that I try and teach everyone, which is the simplest strategy, is that can you consistently execute that strategy with rules that you've built around it, being robotic about it, and be profitable. Okay, without FOMOing in, exercising good risk management, etc. Hope that answered your question. Okay. How many screen time do you estimate you had? Whoa. I don't know. Many hours. Okay. 16. I mean, it used to be bad at one stage, like 16 hours a day, non-stop. 16 hours a day. 12 hours a day on weekends, public holidays. I used to just stare at the candles. And I think every new trader goes through that, where they just stare at the candles, hoping that the chart's going to start talking to you for some reason or something like that. I've been through it. I don't do it anymore. I do it a little bit more now because of the community, and I have to provide a little bit more analysis. So I do spend a little bit more time now in front of the charts. But you don't have to, once you've cracked the success formula, you don't have to stay at the chart. You set your alarms, you walk away, you go do other stuff. Right. What else? How to spot altcoin season. Now, this is not a easy question, but I think the easiest way to explain it is if I go onto Bitcoin dominance, right? This is the easiest way to spot altcoin season. Okay, we are inside a bearish pennant, right? And where's my pen now? For some reason, we are inside a bearish pennant, and once you break out of the pennant, okay, potentially altcoin season is starting, because every time Bitcoin dominance does this, or even this. This was the previous the bull market, the previous bull market. It is an absolute fiesta with all the favorite altcoins. So you want dominance to do this to the downside, okay? And at the moment, dominance is just trickling up. And with these small little dumps here to the downside inside of the structure, that's where you see the popcorn effect. You can see how powerful it is, okay? So you can just see with these small little dumps, and some of the altcoins rallying 400, 200%, okay? You can just imagine what's going to happen when this happens. Even with a small move like that, it's going to be absolute fiesta on the altcoins. So you wait for the break of the trend. And what I can tell you guys now already is that by the time, this is why I'm accumulating my spot bags, and Andy is also buying at the moment. This is usually, while Bitcoin is moving up, or the dominance is moving up, it's usually the best time to start accumulating altcoins, because by the time it breaks the trend, most of the altcoins, the good ones, has already gone 50%, 100%, and then you basically scooping up the leftovers over here. Okay, right. So easiest answer is you wait for the break of dominance. You wait for dominance to crash down, and I do think dominance is most probably going to hit the 50% level over here. Okay, conservatively break down, find support, bounce, retest, down. Okay, this is going to be significant for altcoin season. And what it basically means is dominance basically means there's more money flowing into Bitcoin at the moment. And when people get bored of Bitcoin because it's toppy, it's ranging sideways, it's not doing anything, people get bored and they start playing altcoins. And that's usually where there's FOMO retail. Your grandma, your dog, your cat, everyone is trading and wants to get into crypto. When the euphoria starts kicking in, that is usually when altcoin season starts, or goes in full glory, is when that happens. People get bored of Bitcoin, and then money flows from Ethereum or from Bitcoin into the altcoins. That's basically what it means. Okay. Right. How much profit? How much profits? Okay, I think this is a key question. Guys, I have a lot of questions over here, and I don't think I'm going to get through all of them in this stream, so I'll keep some of the questions for the next stream. 𝗬𝗿, how much money do you make from trading? Right, I think that's a question everyone wants to know. Okay, I'm not going to share the amount, okay, but I will say the following, that, and it's not just me, you can go and research any successful trader, okay, is that if you have a large portfolio, and I mean a portfolio in excess of, let's say, $80,000 upwards, okay, $100,000 portfolio, a $500,000 portfolio, $1 million portfolio, you are classified a successful day trader if you can average per month between 10 and 20%. Okay. Right? And I'm specifically using the words large portfolio because I am not being a cowboy with my large portfolio. Okay. For me, if you're a full-time day trader, you need to pay expenses. You need to put food on the table, pay your electricity bill. Okay, you can't be cowboy, go all in at 100x or 50x, and then you burn half of your account because your analysis was incorrect or whatever the case might be. And then you don't eat and don't pay your bills. You lose your house. You can't do anything. Okay, so with your larger portfolio, you have to be very responsible. You enter high probable trades, low leverage, and if you can make 10 to 20% on that portfolio per month, it's more than enough to live comfortably. And you know, and what I do is, together with that question, I also got asked, do I have red months? Yes, I do have red months, and usually my red months is about -5%. And that is why when I have good months, let's say I have a month of, last month I had an extremely good month, September, which is supposed to be the most bearish month. I think I had something in the 30%, 36 or 38% on my portfolio. It is, even as an experienced trader, still easier to trade upwards momentum because the price just goes. You just leave the position, you know it's just going to run and run and run and run. And this is why I'm so excited about the bull run. So although I'm telling you that a successful day trader averages between 10 to 20% a month, okay, when it also depends on market conditions. So I can average 10 to 20% a month regardless of market cycle, whether we're in a bear market or just consolidating like we're doing now at the moment. But when we are in full bull mode, dominance drops here, I start playing some altcoins, I can increase my average to about 30 to 50%. Okay, it just depends on market conditions, and this is why I'm potentially excited for the next bull run, not because of where price can go, but how easy it is to trade the momentum to the upside. And that's also where a lot of people believe that they are exceptionally good traders, because it is easy to trade the market to the upside. Very easy. Well, it's a lot easier to trade the market to the upside, and it's also where it's that false sense of I'm a really good trader because I traded, I bought some Bitcoin here and I bought some altcoins here and I'm in the profits, because a rising tide raises all ship. It doesn't matter how bad your entry is, and it creates that false sense of I'm a good trader. You can only classify yourself a good trader if you can still make 10% per month in a bear market. Okay, it's as simple as that. Because I did see a lot of people made a lot of money during the previous bull market, and I'm not going to mention any names, and then when the bear market came, they didn't know how to trade. Okay, and they're still struggling at the moment. They basically only bull market traders. Right. 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, show us your spot bag. Easy 3% for a day trader. Very easy to become successful trading. Don't forget your taxes. Yes, definitely. Okay. Copy trading. Yes, I've decided not to do copy trading anymore. Okay, between me and you guys, I've just realized, okay, and this is something that I needed to learn. I thought I could do it, but I can't, because there's a different, and maybe it's an emotion that I haven't learned to master yet. There's a saying in trading that says, don't trade with someone else's money, only trade with your own money. And there's just a different level of emotions that gets involved when you trade with other people's money, where you actually break your own rules from a trading perspective, because you're so careful. You don't want to, you tighten up your stop loss. You're not putting your stop loss where you're supposed to put your stop loss. And there's been many times where I have entered trades from a copy trading perspective and exited the position, and every single time the price has done exactly the way that I've analyzed it, but I exited the position because I don't want to lose other people's money. There's just a different emotion that I haven't learned to master yet. So I'm just going to stay away from it for now. Okay, you need to learn, and this is why I'm providing the education, and this is why I'm answering everyone's trading questions and teaching you guys how to perform technical analysis, because it's way easier to trade with your own money than to trade with other people's money. It's very stressful. Okay, well, it's a stress that I'm not used to. I haven't done it before, and I'm not going to attempt it again. Okay. Is Elliott Wave accurate on ETH as regards momentum and market structure? Also, do you think ETH respects levels of support and resistance? Yes, Everest. Yes, obviously, all technical charts will respect support and resistances, and some of them you can do Elliott Wave theory on, especially if it's like a mid-cap and up. Elliott Wave theory does work better on mature markets, but ETH and your layer ones like Mina Protocol, Link, Solana, Rune, Ethereum, so some of your high caps, you can definitely do Elliott Wave theory on them. They do respect the rules, they do respect support and resistances, and I hope that answers your questions. Thanks, my man. Great reply. Perfect. Right, show us your spot bag. How old, young are you? Oosh, should I? I feel like a woman when people ask me that question. I'm 42 at the moment. I'm 42. I know I look 28. I know, right? But I'm 42. But I'm still young at heart, really young at heart. I go to gym, I exercise, I eat mostly healthy. I try to eat mostly healthy, but I believe as long as I'm active, okay, and I gym, and I stay young at heart. Even when I'm 80, I still want to be trading because I really enjoy trading. Okay, after how long you got profitable consistently? I've been struggling since Feb 2022. Yeah, it's different for each person, okay? It took me, when did I started trading? Well, I only really seriously started trading. So I bought my first Bitcoin in 2017 and some Ethereum. But I only really got into trading when COVID hit. Okay, because then I had all the time, sit at home, nothing else to do, stare at the charts. That's when I really got into trading, is when COVID hit. And then in 2022, is it 2022? Yes, is when I resigned. In September of 2022, I resigned to do only trading. Okay, right, legends, what is the time? Let me see. Ooh, over an hour already. I will keep some of the questions for the next live stream. There's still many questions that you guys need to ask. Remember, guys, if you'd like to come and follow my, not follow my trades, if you'd like to come and also support the channel, Bluffin, no KYC required. 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽, the World Series of Trading is on the way. And then also there's that Bluffin competition for the countries that are restricted. Maybe you can't participate inside of the 𝗖𝗿𝘆 competition. There's a $100,000 trading competition on Bluffin. Go sign up with the link down in the description. Come join me. Let's go and, make some money there together. Maybe share in that $100,000 pool. And okay, and also remember our Legends Discord community. If you guys want to join us, myself and Andy, okay, this is where you go to, right? We've got the free Discord and we've got the Legends Pro, and I do jump into the free section from time to time, like today, asking questions. What would you guys like to see? And so forth. Okay, crypto invader, Wyckoff accumulation. I know I'm not a Wyckoff accumulation fan. I hate those schematics. I've never used them. I've never found them successful. They take forever to play out, but maybe I will spend some time to see if I can make some sense of it. Okay. Thanks for your time, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽. Awesome content as always. Appreciate it. Smash up the like on your way out. Hit subscribe for future notifications. Thanks for joining the stream. Until the next one. Cheers for now.